Revolutionary greetings, revolutionary greetings. How's everyone doing? I hope 2024 has been good to you so far. I hope the year is treating you well, guys. And I cannot complain much. I haven't got much to complain about, guys. I want us to deal with a very interesting topic and the events that unfolded at the local and the global political space concerning Israel, Palestine, and South Africa. No, I don't know how many of you are aware of the case that South Africa has taken to the International Court of Justice against the Israel regarding what Israel has been doing, committing genocide in Palestine. So I'm not sure how many of you are aware of that, have seen that. So I want us to analyze that a little bit, just analyze that a little bit, you know. There's an article that I wrote regarding this matter, so I'll be referring to it for the purpose of notes, you know. I said in that article, what will be the impact of South Africa's case against Israel at the International Court of Justice? What is it that South Africa is hoping to achieve by doing that? And what will be the impact of it, especially going forward? How is it going to tilt the balance of forces? So it's a very interesting time that we're living in right now. I said that the 11th of January 2024 will be remembered in the history books as a day when South Africa took on the murderous apartheid Israel. South Africa has taken the apartheid Israel to the International Court of Justice on the charge of genocide / ethnical cleansing committed against the people of Palestine. This action has attracted the attention of both local and international media and sparked debate on the significance of this action by South Africa. As expected, it has attracted debates from many sides, with the pro-Israel camp led by the United States of America vis-a-vis the pro-Palestine camp led by South Africa. In many ways, this reminds us of the role the United States of America played in propping up the apartheid South Africa government and continue to trade with the apartheid South Africa despite numerous United Nations resolutions condemning the apartheid South Africa government. In a nutshell, none of us should be surprised by the actions of the United States of America. This is nothing new what the USA is doing. It did the same with South Africa. Supported the apartheid government in South Africa, despite the resolution by the United Nations. That's just how USA behaves. We have the responsibility to move beyond the fanfare and the hype surrounding the case. It is our duty to dig deeper and ask real questions about the case, its impact in the geopolitical terrain. One of the questions we have to explore and seek answers to is, does the International Court of Justice have the teeth and real power to enforce its rulings? Right? If it finds against the Israel, does it have the power to enforce its rulings and stop Israel from what it is doing? That's one of the questions we need to probe. This question becomes important because history is littered with examples of how the powerful countries, e.g., the United States of America, has on each occasion defied the resolutions of the United Nations, which has effectively rendered the United Nations and similar institutions useless and insignificant. Whenever the United States of America does not like or agree with a particular resolution, it simply ignores or defies it, knowing very well that the United Nations does not possess the apparatus to enforce its resolutions, especially against the powerful countries or those who are backed by the powerful countries. Could the action by South Africa be about symbolism and moral act? Symbolism and moral act, in a sense that the case is bringing the attention and spotlight to the Israel and forces the world to focus on the actions of Israel and ultimately opening Israel to scrutiny, as they will not be able to explain or justify their murderous acts. The fact that Israel is being brought into a dock to answer to its actions and try provide justification is a huge symbol that those who perpetrate acts of genocide and ethnic cleansing will be held accountable or will be held to account. The moral act on the side of South Africa is that it stood with the innocent people of Palestine against the bloodthirsty and murderous apartheid Israel. And not only in words but in action. Whether this action is enough is another discussion for another day, because I'm one of those who have been at the forefront in calling for South Africa to cut all ties with the apartheid Israel and expel the Israel embassy from South Africa. In a way of concluding, my take is that the International Court of Justice has no power or institutional force to enforce its rulings. We will do well to understand that law is subordinate to politics. For example, just as apartheid in South Africa was legal, the example I've just provided is sufficient evidence that politics always trumps law. Law is just words written in a piece of paper. It only gains significance through the political power which comes with apparatus to enforce the law. South Africa has done well on the symbolism front and forcing Israel into a dock to account for its actions. Indeed, it's a historic moment. It's a historic moment, but now we need to ask ourselves very difficult questions. Can any of its rulings, the rulings by the International Court of Justice, are those decisions enforceable? Does the International Court of Justice have the apparatus to enforce its decisions? Most when understanding that Israel is being backed by the United States of America, which after the conclusion of the first day of the court case, the United States government released a statement saying that the allegations in the case by South Africa is baseless. Now you understand why Israel is behaving the way it is behaving, because it's got the backing of the USA. You see. So now, can the ICJ, the International Court of Justice, be able to enforce any rulings against Israel, knowing that Israel is backed by the USA? Let's watch and see. But I'm not convinced. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in to this channel. Thank you very much, guys, for viewing the videos. Thank you very much for subscribing. To those who have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe. Please do share this video on different social media platforms so we can grow the audience. Thank you very much. Magukhanye.